All right. Okay. Okay, Autumn, today we are going to work on your circle of life. And I had you fill out a circle of life exercise. This is the very first tool that I use for life and health coaching because this is how we determine where you are at in your lifestyle habits. So, from this exercise, we will create a routine for you for the season. And then when summer starts, we'll check in and see where you're at and we'll adjust. And what this tells us is where the areas in your life that you need to work on most are and where you're least satisfied and most satisfied. So before we dive in here, let me change my view so that we can see both of us. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to let's go ahead and live stream this to YouTube. All right. Okay. We're doing some hot seat coaching right now. Okay, so now we're live on YouTube, and what we're doing is we're doing some hot seat coaching with Autumn. Welcome, Autumn. Thank you for showing up for this session, and we are working on Autumn's health and wellness foundations so that she can show up and live her dreams and start her business and have a healthy foundation while she's doing so. Showing up for this session, and we are all right. So, all right. Now that we're live on YouTube and we're live everywhere else. So let me just take a moment to say wherever you're at today and whatever brought you here exactly, you are exactly where you need to be. And maybe you've been feeling stuck. Maybe you've been feeling out of alignment or just like something's off. And you've been craving some clarity and a deeper understanding of what needs to shift in your life, and you probably just wanted to feel better. And I get that. That is why I am doing this exercise with you, and why I am recording it for everybody else so that we can see how it works in real time. So this isn't about fixing yourself. You were never broken to begin with, but this is about a deep awareness of self and taking a step back and seeing where you've been pouring all your energy and where you actually need to be pouring it into. So this is about taking a good hard look at your routines and what your focus and attention has been on. And so if one area of your life is out of balance, it's going to affect everything else. And that is why we are going to talk about this today. Are you ready, Autumn?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I am going to share my screen here. Maybe. Oh, the fun of technology. Share screen. Okay. Where is your circle? There she is. Okay. So the circle of life. Here is the circle of life. As you will see, it has the primary foods. Um, these are the primary lifestyle. I want to say, size of the pie, but lifestyle, exercise, daily activities of life that we participate in unconsciously and consciously throughout our time on Earth. And in order for us to be fully fulfilled and nourished, we need to make sure that our circle is is full, right? And so seasons change, and as you can see down here, there are different circles. There's Autumn's circle from today. We'll look at that in just a moment. This is a participant's circle from 50 weeks ago. Another participant circle that I've been working with. Here was my circle in 50 weeks ago. And here's my circle today. So, what was different for me 50 weeks ago than today? Because I got a pretty full circle today, right? So let's go ahead and click on Autumn's and we're going to talk about this. Okay. All right, Autumn. So let's first of all, let me explain what the circle of life is. Do you still see my screen, Autumn?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So on my screen, you'll see these different parts, pies, slices of the pie, right? So this exercise is a tool that helps you assess every part of your life, not just your physical health, um, but your relationships, your social life, your joy, your spirituality, creativity, finances, career, education, health. That's a lot of different things, right? Because wellness is not just about how much you move your body or how much you work out or what you eat. You could literally have the perfect diet. You could be pious about everything and you could be working out all the time. You could be doing all the things, but your relationships could be draining you. Your career could be a soul-sucking endeavor that you do not like. Your creativity is dead and your life just feels unbalanced and it's out of whack and you're not happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I learned this concept. Oh, I love this. Your time that you took it was at 11:11. That's pretty divine. I learned this concept from the Integrative Institute of Nutrition or for nutrition. And this was where I got my health coaching certification back in 2012 and I've been using it ever since. For me, my clients, my business, it is literally the foundation of everything I teach because if you can't master the basics, you'll never be able, if you're not able to master the basics, you'll never have full mastery, right? So the goal of this exercise is to identify where your energy is flowing and where it's stuck. So I want you to think of your life like a wheel. If your wheel is not balanced, and if some areas are full and thriving while others are depleted, you're going to feel it in one way or another. You're going to struggle to move forward smoothly. So as we assess, Autumn, today, your circle of life, we're going to find where you need to shift and you can already kind of see it and we're going to map out a plan to bring more balance and alignment into your daily life.
So you mean wheel of life doesn't look like a giant bong?
You're right. Right. Your wheel of life looks like a giant bonk currently. And today, later, I will come back on with a short live and show you my very first one because I think I was in a similar way. Yes, you will no longer have a stoned wheel of life. So I want everyone who's watching this replay or watching it live, whatever, I want you to either print the Circle of Life worksheet, which you can download at my website at www.lacyjwatson.com. It is the Release Foundation's guide. Or go to the website for IIN that is in the comments in the group, and you can do it online like Autumn and I did. It's a really great way to do it. But I really encourage you to print out the workbook so that you can keep it or keep the screenshot and make sure that you have the date and time so you can check back in. I keep mine so that I can see where I was at. And that's why I started this thread at the beginning because I was like, let's take a look at my clients. Let's take a look at me. And it's been fabulous. It's been such a great, great tool. So inside the circle, you're going to map out different areas of your life. You see this right here, right? We see this circle. And you're going to start with your health, and we're going to have an assessment from 1 to 5. You can also do it like a scale of 1 to 5. And we're going to start, 1 is towards the middle, as you can see, and 5 is towards the outside. So you're going to just put a dot. It's like connect the dots, right? So you're going to say, this is how I'm feeling out my health. I'm feeling a little bit okay, but I could do better. Or up here, maybe I'm doing super great. Like I'm a 5. Are you nourishing your body? Are you moving it? Are you getting enough rest? Are you keeping out the food intolerances and allergies that you might have, that sort of thing. And then we're going to pop over to physical activity. Are you moving your body? Are you getting out? Are you changing your state with movement. How often do you do this? Home cooking. How often are you cooking? Is your space supporting your peace, or is it causing you stress to cook? Like, are you able to cook? Do you even know how to cook? Like, do you have the tools to cook? Do you have recipes to cook? Home environment. Is your space supporting you in your peace? Is it causing you stress? Is it cluttered? Is it chaotic? Or is it too clean? And is it sterile? Do you feel like you can't move? That sort of thing. Relationships. Are you connected, supported? Are you seen? Do you have friends? Your social life, that's kind of connected in with that. Same thing. Are you surrounded by people who lift you up? Do you have a good community? It's a community question. Your joy. I love that your joy is high. And your spiritual, look, these are connected. This is beautiful, Autumn. This is a great start. So, joy, are you making time for what makes you feel alive? And if you're already just naturally joyful, bless your heart, because it's a tender heart of mercy. I'm that way. Like sometimes SpongeBob's stupid joy. I don't can't this I was just blessed. Praise the Lord. Looks like you were too, Autumn, and I think that's true because I've known you your whole life and you've always been very joyful. And then spirituality. Are you connected to something bigger than yourself? It looks like these two things are connected. Top of your bong. I love it. And then, of course, the creativity. The creativity. Are you engaging, making time for things that make you feel alive, that you love? Are you making time for that flow state? Are you creating something bigger than yourself? And finances, something that we have to deal with as this in this life. Do you feel in control of your money, or is it controlling you? Are you living feast famine? Are you like in survival mode? Career goes with that too. Do you work that lights you up, or does it drain you? And education. How do you feel about your education? Do you feel like you know enough? Do you feel like you've gone through enough trainings to solidify what it is you want to do in your life? And then we start back again and goes on. So I want you guys that are watching to rate these areas from 1 to 10 based on how fulfilled and balanced you are. Number 1, it's a hot mess. Dumpster fire shit over here. Can't handle my life. Or number 10, I'm thriving. I'm totally immersed in it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Okay. So I'm going to give everybody a moment to do their exercise. And then now that you've mapped it out, we'll take a look at it. So we're going to look at Autumn's, and then we're going to talk about how to take action and use hers as an example. So now that we've mapped out your circle of life, Autumn, we're going to take a step back. What do you notice?
I my circle life is very indicative of how I've been feeling the last couple days. And it's like, it's like, okay, this just is kind of confirmed to me, you know,
Mhm.
because like as everybody probably knows, I'm trying to get my Facebook ads manager business going. And the last couple days, I just really kind of have felt like, oh, my creativity. And I remember I sent you a picture of my dog and I said, I wish I knew how to make these into shirts. And so it just, I'm sorry if that's too much, but
No, you're good.
that is kind of, so for me, the will of life is truly indicative of how I'm feeling. Like I know what I want to do for a career. My
Mhm.
finances feel okay. My education I need to work on. But so it's just really all that's just like confirmation per se.
I love it. Yes. So, what are these areas here that you feel completely depleted? I see creativity and social life are the two areas that I recognize that we need to start with. Does that feel right for you?
Yeah, creativity especially because it feels like
Yes.
if I'm not being creative,
Okay.
everything else is collapsing.
Great. Great. So we will start there with a plan. So this is going to help us with your lifestyle rituals, and that will create a routine. So you can see though that your spirituality is thriving. Do you think, and your joy is thriving, do you think that it could, your areas that you're thriving and you're focusing on, I don't actually think you can be too spiritual or have too much joy. So these are really great. So do you think that any of this, like your education, do you think your creativity could be suffering from your diving into too much? Because you've been doing a lot of online classes. Um, could it be that you need to focus a bit of energy into creating rather than consuming the energy?
Yeah, I think actually I need to work on my creativity. And I
Mm.
really kind of the other day really just thought like, what is holding me, what is the main thing that's kind of tripping me up on my ads business? I'm like, oh, it's the actual. I'm sorry, Lacey, if you don't like me talking about from the single, but this is where my thoughts.
Well, wait. Let's back up. Stop saying, okay. Number one, stop saying you're sorry. And then we'll go into the ads business thing in a minute. So we're focusing right now on just you're focusing more on education. So you need to show up more and do some more creative things. So we're going to work on that in your routine.
Yeah. And that was kind of where I'm just trying to say, like, in long
Yeah.
story short of Autumn being a good word salad rambler,
No, you're good. Let's
um, is that yeah, I could tell that my creativity, I think, is the main.
So we need to work on creating a routine that gives you something creative to do every day rather than consuming all the things because we're kind of at a point where we're percolating and we need to let go some of that energy, right?
Yeah, I kind of have lost my creative spark actually throughout the years, and I don't know how to be creative
Okay. So then
anymore.
we're going to work on that with we'll keep going with this and you'll see how we're going to work on that, okay? So as you can see in the areas that you're overgiving your time and binging these courses and you have lost your spark for creativity. So you're overgiving with consuming your education and you're under investing in your creativity. So it's kind of at a standstill. So here's the thing. If one thing is suffering, like one area is suffering, it's going to affect the others, except when it comes to spirituality and joy. These are the only two exceptions. And so if your career is thriving and your relationships are falling apart, there's an imbalance, right? That's the classic example. If you're hyper focused on your career, you're not going to be hyper focused on your relationship. If you're hyper focused on fitness, but you're ignoring your home cooking and you're eating like trash, that's going to catch up to you. If you're focused on your creativity, but you couldn't care less about your finances, that's going to creep up to you, right? So, like, it's always about duality and as above, so below. It's always about duality. So, it's not about perfection. It's about bringing awareness to where the imbalances are. And it's about simple, small, intentional shifts. We're not going to bite off the whole pie right now. I'm not going to say, okay, Autumn, looks like your creativity, your social life, your relationships, and finances, we need to work on that now. We're not going to go work on all that right now. We're going to say, okay, you know what? I see these two areas that need a little help. Maybe we can talk about doing a craft class. So that's going to work on some social life and crafting all at once, right? Like these are little tweaks that we're going to talk about. But we're still going through it, right? So we're going to talk about now how to shift. So like I said, we're going to pick one small action per focus area. So we're going to choose right now creativity and social life because this is where you're really struggling and that will lead into relationships. So you would have thought coming into this that we were going to talk about because today we were going to talk about health. Like in the beginning, you were like, she's going to go after me about my food. Well, actually, we're going to start here where your major imbalances are. Then we'll talk about food next week because food, if you are you could be eating the best diet in the world. But if your relationships and your creativity are this depleted, it will not matter. So we need to address the areas that are on fire right the fuck now because these fill your cup more than what this ever will. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we're starting here. I'm not saying we're going to ignore these things. These things are essential, but we're working on the areas that need assistance now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to talk about how to shift. So the way that I create new routines is through small shifts that I call rituals. We're doing daily rituals. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because a ritual is something that you do in reverence to something bigger than yourself. When you're taking care of your body and you're taking care of your mind and you're taking care of your life and your soul, it reverberates to the collective and it has an effect on everyone else. So you're changing the world when you anchor in and you make your foundation solid. And we give all glory to God. That's why there can never be too much joy or spirituality, but spirituality comes first. This that you have this is so foundational. I have seen it here. So with some of my clients, I have seen some of my clients have it. So you're already, your foundation here is pretty fucking solid. So give yourself a pat on the back for that at first. Like, good job on that because that's a hard one. We're kind of starting backwards with you because of that. That's usually the end of in the way that I do my coaching. If we don't follow this way, we would start from the health and go this way. But because you're here, we're not going to go. That's why this circle of life is so important to identify where we need to go. So normal coaches, I guess it wouldn't be me, but normal people, health coaches, would start here. But because we've identified, we're going to start here. And then these for you will just strengthen. But this isn't going to be a big thing. And this is a huge barrier for people. So that being said, we're going to talk about how to start shifting. I want you to pick one small action for the focus areas that we have, which are creativity and social life. So an example would be um if you're struggling with your health and your home cooking, you would commit to one nourishing meal a day, like one good whole foods meal a day. Or if your finances are shitty, then you're going to start tracking your expenses for a week. If your relationships are struggling, you're going to set a goal to have a meaningful conversation. And for you, your creativity and your social life. My quick fix for this is to do a crafting class of some kind or go to a paint and sip with your mom. I don't know if they have something like that or like a painting party. Perhaps if for context, Autumn lives in Montana in the middle of nowhere in the prairie. So it's not exactly like you have access to these things. So if you don't have physical access to going to a crafting thing in person, they have online collectives. So how do you feel about something like that? And what would you want to do, Autumn?
I really do think I probably need to take like an art class or something, or maybe even show me some classes that are online that are creative, because it's probably better for me with my where I live to have online versus, yeah.
Yeah.
And so probably for me it's would be more for me creativity
Okay.
would be better
Okay.
online, like something online that's semi decent, that you
Yeah.
kind of recommend, because so far every recommendation you've given me has been really good.
Good. Good. So in creativity, what what kind of art do you like to do?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't
So
even know what.
have you ever done crafting?
No, I've no, I've never done crafting. I'm not really crafty, like
Okay.
ever since, but I don't know. Crafty,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that I am kind of starting to feel like I need to do something creative.
Yeah, great. Okay, well then we're going to talk about that. I will give you some options. So I have a friend, her name is Raffi, and she has the artists, like an artists collective where they go and they talk about their art. Um, I will reach out to her and I will send you her information. Sometimes they have like workshops and we can keep our eye open for online workshops. But what I think would immediately help you right now is to dive into the roadmap course that you have that you've already purchased that teaches you Canva. And you can start being digitally creative on Canva and just play around with things. And you and I can have a session about AI art too. And so that's more
I
of
really would
wordsmith.
actually like to have a session with you about Canva.
Yeah.
If,
Okay, great. But I
if
think,
I get my vote.
yeah, okay, all right. So um do you also have, could your mom and you look up a paint and sip in is it Longmont, Montana, or
No, it's Billings, Montana.
Billings? Oh yeah, Billings has so many good things. So I will help you find something um
Right
there.
now, Billings is going through a horrible time with all the Billings is interesting. Billings is
I
really
love Billings. I love Billings. So I will send you, and there's a really good gluten-free bakery there. I know that you're going to be eliminating gluten. There's a really good gluten-free bakery there. I will send you all this information. Okay, so that's one small thing. There's two things we're gonna do. I'm going to have you start implementing Canva, and we'll talk about that, but I want you to watch your roadmap because you've already got this information there and you're gonna practice. You can actually practice. That will be your homework. 3 times a week, I want you to work with Canva. Um, that way you're really, because I know that you're working from home right now, so that will work on your creativity. And then I want your mom and you to go to an art class together, a crafting, and try something fun together. Um,
hang on, Lacey. I'm gonna ask my mom opinion. Mom,
yeah.
come here. Lacey has got a brilliant idea for us. She wants you and I to go to a paint sip. Please say you're supposed to say something. You're on live. She has no words. She's scared.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Okay. That's cute. I'm gonna quit sharing my screen here because I want to be able to see you guys. Okay. Okay, so back to the circle of life. Uh-oh. I just lost your circle. Hold on.
It's okay.
Okay. So back to your circle here. We are working on craft on there we go. Sorry. We are working on your creativity and your social life and your relationships. So, joining an online art collective of some kind would help you with the social life. And I know that you've already joined a few online collectives, and one of them is Alpha Femme. I would encourage you to start chatting with people and just like chiming in. You don't have to don't offer any advice or anything, just talking to people and building relationships with folks. Maybe say, where's everybody from or something like that. Is anybody from Montana? And we'll work on that together. Um, and small, consistent changes that you implement will help you to create massive transformation over time. That's why I say, anchor in with your daily habits, choose 1 to 3 non-negotiables for your day. So mine are prayer, movement, and deep work. Like those are my non-negotiables. I do my prayer, I do my movement, and then I do my focused work, which includes creativity. So for you, you're going to need to map out a goal list. So the next step to this is we look at your circle of life. Then I'm going to send you a goal list of 3 month goals, 6 month goals, and a year goal, and then a 5 year goal.
Okay.
3 goals for each section. We're going to write out your goals, and then we're going to create a routine of 1 to 3 non-negotiables. I want you to think about this. You don't have to answer me right now. What are your 1 to 3 non-negotiables on the checklist, the daily foundations checklist? I would say that journaling is a great way to start. I would like for you to include journaling because journaling is the spark of creativity where it begins. There's a thing
Okay.
called morning pages. There's a really great book called The Artist's Way. And morning pages is when you wake up in the morning and you write down exactly just everything that's on your mind right there. And you can
Okay.
type it out, you can voice note it, whatever you want, but I would love it if you did it handwriting because there's something that happens when you handwrite. It's more creative.
Okay.
So I would say if I was going to give you a routine for the morning to help you with your creativity and your social life and relationships and all the things, I would say prayer, journaling, and movement.
Okay, that's what I will work on. And I was gonna say the other day I listened to, I think it's Joe Rogan. He talked about like how artists have muses. Like he talked
Yes.
about his muse routine. I think that's a
Yes.
word.
Yes.
You can auto correct me because I'm not really good
It's
at
yes.
words game.
Yes.
But he talked about how like he has a routine to get in the zone to write his jokes, to write his
Yes.
material. And
Yes.
it's just like
I do too.
muse. I
Yep.
think it's the correct word. If I'm not right,
Yep.
somebody auto correct me.
Yeah, no, I do the exact same thing. And I listen to Akira the Don, Akira the Don, and that's my um he has some Jocko and Jordan Peterson. He takes motivational like speakers and their motivational speeches and he puts dubstep music to it. And so I listen to one called No All Excuses Are Lies like every single day to help me get in the zone. So find that for yourself, create a Spotify playlist or a YouTube playlist, and integrate that into your day. So you want to make sure that you're anchoring into daily habits, 1 to 3 non-negotiables every morning. Set your reminders at first so you can stack your habits to make it easy to stay consistent. Do you know what habit stacking is?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
So habit stacking is taking when you take a new habit. So we are going to start journaling in the morning. You're going to do morning pages. What you're going to do is wake up. Do you already drink a glass of water when you wake up?
Yeah, I drink water. I drink a cup of
Okay.
coffee. Depends on what mood I'm in.
Well, you always need to drink a water. So when you wake up, drink a glass of water and then do your morning pages with your coffee. You're going to stack the coffee drinking because you always drink coffee, your morning pages with your coffee. So you're going to journal while you coffee instead of scroll. Okay? That's habit stacking. You're taking something you already do, like brushing your teeth. So if you brush your teeth, do you brush your teeth in the morning?
Try to, but sometimes I forget.
Okay, so if you brush your teeth in them or you brush your teeth at night, drink a glass of water with your teeth brushing, that like so you get more water in. Something you already do all the time, couple it with your new habit. That is habit stacking.
Okay.
So I want you to habit stack your new habits. So drink a glass of water,
Okay.
get your coffee and journal. Okay.
Okay.
And then you're going to move after that. You're going to get some dumbbells and you're going to move. And then after that, you're
What?
going to play with Canva.
What?
One of your artistic things is you can't.
Oh, mom want me to tell you what my artistic things is. I can't. Sorry.
Great. Okay. So, oh, you canning. Canning. Yeah, that's good. Great. That's great. Homesteading is great. So with the Canva thing, so this is how you're going to do your mornings from now on, Autumn. This is going to help move the circle and we're going to check in 3 months when summer comes, where your creativity and social life are at. Okay. So do you have a pen? Write this down.
I'm recording, so
Record. Great. Okay. So your habit stacking is going to be wake up, drink a glass of water, brush your teeth, get your coffee, journal, move your body, whether
okay.
it's a walk or like home workout, have your
Okay.
breakfast,
Okay.
and then you're going to jump into Canva.
Okay.
That's going to be your new morning. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So and we're going to check in 3 months and see how you feel about your creativity and your social life because well, the social life part will come when you start to dive into these groups. So let's see, how can we, okay, so after Canva, I want you to work on being more social on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yes, this all
Okay,
sounds very doable and very good.
good. Okay, I want it to be easy. We don't want to make complicated routines, okay? Because complicated routines are a barrier to change and growth. So we're going to lean into your community online. Who do you need to connect with that can support you? Like who will support you? Growth is easier when we have people that are holding us accountable. Look how great it is to have a coach. Like, but who else in your life that you can have in um like Billings, there are groups. So you can join, there's a group called Billings 365. Join that group. Okay.
Okay.
Join that group and then join the hiking groups in Billings. I was going to move to Billings at one time. So I know there's a lot of cool stuff there.
You need to still move to Billings.
You never know. You never know. You never know. So I want you to lean into your community. Who can you connect with? Who will support you? Who do you know and love on Facebook that will, chat back with you? Chat with people, okay? And the next thing that we're all going to do together, and this is for everyone, if you're watching this replay, what you need to do is anchor into your daily habits. Choose 1 to 3 non-negotiables for your day. Things like prayer, movement, deep work. Those are mine. Set reminders on your phone. Stack your habits. Make it easy to stay consistent. And then lean into your community. Who do you need to connect with? Who will support you, right? Growth is easier when we have people that hold us accountable. And finally, it's spring. It is time to declutter and create space. We need to create the space physically and mentally. So if you're feeling stuck, clear out what no longer serves you. We're going to have a declutter party here in this group. It's super exciting. I'm totally stoked. Can't wait, and I'll have it on YouTube. How do you feel, Autumn?
Feel really good.
Good. And do you have any spaces that you want to clean out?
Oh yeah, trust me.
Where are you going to clean?
My guest room. I'm gonna get my guest room back to being a guest room and not a box room.
Good. Maybe even an office. Maybe a
No, I
dual.
got a really nice office space.
Oh, good. Okay.
But
Great.
I do need to probably at some point paint it white or get it like
Creativity. Let's make your office space pretty. There we go. There's something
sounds
we can
good.
do. That's cool. That's cool. I can teach you how to make some vinyl um vinyl clings for the wall. Like you can make your own really cool that horse that you made that we made on AI. We can make cool AI vinyl clings. It's really cool. So see, that's creativity stuff, right? That's so much fun. That's exciting. So let's take one last look at your circle of life so that we can see where you're at right now. Let's
I
one last look at the
absolutely
bong.
Lacey, I absolutely love that horse still. That horse just resonates with me
Good.
that we did.
Good. We can make a cling out of it or something, or if it you can make merch out of it. It's really cool. Okay. So let's take one last look at your bong. How are we feeling about the bong now?
It I feel really good. Like it's got potential to not be a bong come summer.
Great, great. Or maybe it's a boot. It actually kind of looks like a foot, like it's kicking your ass. Your
Oh,
boot is gonna kick your ass into a new life.
sounds good.
Okay, so take a deep breath, everyone. Okay, so you don't have to overhaul your life overnight, Autumn. This is a lifelong practice. Everyone hear me when I say that. This doesn't happen overnight. The pie doesn't get, look at my pie, okay? Like, let me show you guys before we close. I will come back with my pie. But last year I was struggling a little bit. It was better, you know. I was still kind of struggling. Wait till you see my first one. You'll be like, "Oh my God, how did you get to where you're at now?" This is mine today, and it's so good. I'm like, "What the heck?" So good. It's so good. But my pie when I first started, it looked like yours, Autumn. It was really, I think it looked like a heart. It looked just like a heart. I was really struggling in a lot of areas. I'll find it. I'll find a few of them and share them with you guys. So this is going to be really fun. Check in. This is in the guides section of the Rising Sign with Morning Moon group. You can find this exercise here. The link is there. The guide has the printable version you can take with you. I recommend everybody do that. But remember, you don't have to do this overnight. This is lifelong. We're going to shift and evolve with every season. It is spring. But if you keep on checking in and you keep assessing, adjusting, and aligning, you will always have a roadmap back to balance. So if today's session resonated with you guys, join the community for ongoing support, subscribe to the YouTube, and get the free Circle of Life guide at www.lacyjwatson.com. And if you're ready to go deeper and clean up your space, join us for the declutter party. Okay. All right. You ready to go, Autumn? Was that good for you?
Yes, that was good for me.
Okay. Are you gonna join us for the declutter then? I think I will not do that live. It will be a replay and I will share that with you, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you in the group and tomorrow morning. Rise and shine. Happy spring.
Happy spring. Bye.